teenagers, and welcome back to this week's video. This week we are carrying on with the series of how to be a teenager, and this week's topic is, drum roll please,
social media.
No. Social media! So this week we are talking about social media. Social media is such a big part of our lives these days, and we just realized how important it is to have good control over our social media and how important it is to use it in a godly way. So we are going to give you some tips on how to do that, and then we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. So firstly, I'd like to start off by saying, do not post anything that you do not mind the whole world seeing. Whether it is sending it to your friend over WhatsApp, or whether it's putting it on Facebook, which is seen by everybody. It's important to remember that, okay, yes, maybe you did send it to one friend only, but maybe they sent it to someone else, or maybe they put it on their social media accounts for some reason. And what's important to ask is, do I mind my future boss seeing this picture, or my parents seeing this picture, or my grandparents seeing this picture? You know, what are people going to think when they see this picture? So it's important to remember that before sending anything anywhere, because it can be seen by everybody. Once it's on technology, it's there forever.
On the internet, everything spreads. And another coming on with that is, don't do anything that you wouldn't mind standing up and explaining to people around you.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, I don't want anyone to know that, I don't want anyone to see that, I don't want to have to explain this to somebody, don't do it, don't post it, don't listen to it, and don't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Next point is, be careful what you look at. Be careful there's a little song that we used to sing when we were little. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. There is so much truth in that. Whatever you look at, what you listen to, is going to affect you emotionally and spiritually and physically. So be careful of what you allow to come into your soul, come into your mind, because that is going to affect you. Your thoughts are going to become actions, and that is going to lead you on the path of the life that you want to live. So what life do you want to live? And look and listen to things that are in agreement to that.
Yeah, plant the little seeds of positivity instead of
Yes.
things that could be weeds.
Yeah.
So, another little thing that I also want to add is, don't feel pressured, you know, when you see people posting, you know, pictures of, you know, where they show skin, or certain videos of people doing things. Don't feel pressured that you have to do the same thing just to fit in. You were made uniquely by God Himself. So He made you the way you are for a reason. You do not have to try change your appearance just to feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
God loves you. So, you know, while on social media, don't feel like, oh, I wish I could look like that. Okay, yes, there's going to be that, but don't feel pressured to do it.
Yeah.
Don't feel pressured to, oh, since everybody else is taking pictures where they're showing a lot of skin, don't do it. It's not nice.
Yeah, what is honoring to God? That is what you should be doing. Honoring to yourself, honoring to God, and honoring to the people around you. And then another thing that I also want to bring up is that stop scrolling when you feel inferior and not good enough. So many times I can say I found myself scrolling on Instagram, and I see all my friends, or I see someone that I look up to, where usually it's just a nice photo of them, but I'm like, oh, I wish I could look like that. I wish I could be like that. I wish I can do that. I wish I can go there. When you feel inferior, when you feel not good enough, like you're discontent with everything, stop scrolling. Don't go on. Take a little break. Take a little thing of, okay, rain check, where am I now, and where do I want to go? And be thankful. Start thanking God for what you have and for who you are.
Yeah, and when you do feel like, you know, you feel inferior, and you still got like an hour of sitting there doing nothing, you know, maybe stop what you're looking at and go look for something that's going to have a positive influence, you know, and that's not going to make you feel worse about yourself. That's actually going to make you feel better about yourself. You know, you don't necessarily have to go and watch preachings and Christian music and, you know, stuff like that. Just find something that's not negative, but is also appropriate and that can be entertaining. There is stuff out there. Sometimes you just have to look a little bit harder and a little bit longer, but you will find it.
Yeah. And then lastly, what I just want to also say is when it comes to what you look at, we are really hammering on this, but this is very important. When it comes to what you look at, what you watch, what you listen to, and what you do, you give approval to. So if you're watching things with bad language, that has impure things in it, that has like derogative meaning to people and to cultures and everything, if you watch that, you are basically giving your approval to that because you're saying, I'm okay with watching this, I'm okay with this happening, and that is not at all okay. So what you watch, what you look at, what you listen to is going to affect you, and it is that thing of, because then it's going to start being okay for you. If you watch something, then it's not that big of a deal, and then it becomes being okay, and then it's going to form a habit, and that's the last thing that you want.
And then you become dull to it.
Yeah.
Entirely.
Yeah. Because we want to be like Jesus. We want to be Christ-like. We are Jesus followers. So we want to be the difference in the world. And what does it help to be a Christian and you're just exactly like the world are? So be different and be careful of what you watch and what you do on social media.
Important.
So we hope you enjoyed this week's video, and we'll see you next week with something very special. So keep the lookout for that.